guys in the mood to sing? Kumbaya. No, I'm just kidding. This is a sing-along song. After the first time you hear it, you'll be ready in the second verse, okay? If I played this down here, it's the story of my Uncle Bob. And everybody's got an Uncle Bob. It might not be named Bob, but it's a guy you know that's in your family. It might be you. You'll know when you hear it. This is an entirely true story, 100%. Well, I remember back when I was a young boy, about the age of 7. I used to live with my grandmother from time to time. And so did my Uncle Bob. He was an artist. He was a painter with a sensitive heart and a sensitive mind. He used to paint beautiful murals up on the wall, and from the ceiling he'd hang mobiles or crystal balls that reflected light throughout the room. Well, one day he got pissed at Grandma and Pop, and he locked himself in the room and turned the stereo up real loud. Yeah, the music, it was pumping right through his veins. And some say he reached a boiling point and went a little bit insane. And that's when Uncle Bob took a hatchet. Grandma couldn't match it. So he busted out the windows of that 1979 Ford Granada. Psycho Bob, Uncle Baba. Is it you? Now, a couple of years before the incident, the police came with shotguns raised. They were looking for my pop. Yeah, he was a bookie. He used to take all the bets from the local gamblers in town, and he listened to 4 radios at a time just to get the scores. Well, they took him away that day in handcuffs, along with the telephones in the house, except for the one my grandmother hid up in the kitchen cabinet. And a strange day it was for a 5-year-old boy, but not as strange as one of the strangest days of my life when I looked out that big window. I saw it with my own 2 eyes back when Uncle Bob took a hatchet. Grandma couldn't match it. So he busted out the windows of that 1979 Ford Granada. Psycho Bob, Uncle Baba. Woo. You got it now? Third verse, you're pumping it out to the coyotes. Now the family reunion's coming up soon, and we'll all get together, drinking and smoking around the fire. And we'll talk about the good old days when we'd all get together for Christmas at Aunt Babs's house. And we'll talk about Uncle Jim and what happened to him. And Uncle Mike, too. And we'll talk about how Sammy made it on TV, or how things used to be up at the Cliffside Motel in Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. But I know someone's gonna bring up that day when I was a 7-year-old boy living at my grandmother's house. And they're gonna embarrass my Uncle Bob right there at the reunion. He's gonna run off, toupee and all. We'll all remember that day back when, and we'll sing it. So we busted out the windows. That 1979 Ford Granada Psycho Bob, Uncle Crazy Psycho Bob. All right, now you're ready. Uncle Bob took a hatchet. Grandma couldn't match it, so he busted out the windows of that 1979 Ford Granada Psycho. Uncle Bob, kooky psycho. You're just like... Oh my God, what? All right, let's stick to the sing-alongs. This is one you know.